The story of the Chosen One, and how their destiny required unprecedented amounts of failure.
I left them all to die. Everything I've done and it was all for nothing. So ugly and just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and You're going down a path I can't follow. I don't fully understand. This is a strange place to
What's up, my homies? It's Edible Incredible, and today I'll be comparing the prophecy of the Chosen One in Star Wars to the prophecy of the Great Calamity in Breath of the Wild. Let's firstly uncover the basis for a prophecy to even be believed in the first place. In simplest terms, a prophecy is labeled as a prediction, not destiny nor fact. That's where each of these stories proclaimed prophecy goes awry. In Breath of the Wild, we have the prophecy to the defeat of the Calamity lying deep beneath the ground. In Star Wars, we have a prophecy that a Chosen One will bring balance to the Force. This Chosen One, as we all know, is Anakin Skywalker, but the pressure to be perfect grew into a deep hatred for the ones who raised him in the Jedi arts. Breath of the Wild, on the other hand, does not have a hero turned villain, but it does have a prophecy that also was devastatingly incorrect. The belief in this prophecy damn near close caused the end of the world, with spider-like machines vaporizing any living thing in its way. The technology that was supposed to save the lands of Hyrule was suddenly used by the enemy. In Star Wars, the one who was said to bring balance to the Force, who was also taken advantage of by evil, which in turn left the Force in darkness, a darkness colored by his own vengeful heart. Both the Jedi and Link were forced to retreat for a plethora of years. Link because he quote-unquote died, and the Jedi because they were outnumbered and backed into the corner of the universe. Luckily for the Jedi and the Hyrulean royal family, the historically fabled Chosen One would in fact re-emerge in a different and unexpected light. Maybe these prophecies required a bloodshed of despair in order to truly bring forth. It's the ebbs and flows of our own reality. Without darkness, there isn't light. Without shades of nuance, there isn't true beauty. The duality of these yin and yang forces can be bliss, but they can also be painfully tragic. Spoiler alert for Star Wars episodes 2 through 6, Anakin had to watch his mother die in his arms, lose the only one he loved due to his anger and lust for power, and painstakingly embrace someone who straight up deceived him. The full circle of finally understanding his own flaws is what brought him back to the light during his final moments, showcasing no matter what outrageous atrocities you've committed, anyone can still, at least partially, be redeemed. Struggling with our own personal endeavors can feel brutal enough, but the key for Anakin, and this can truly be applied to anyone in any circumstance, is acceptance. Once you understand and can sit with your flaws, you can unconditionally love yourself. I'm not sure Anakin was able to take that massive leap in the end, but he did undoubtedly show a spark of light that was hidden for, 20 plus years? Don't quote my Star Wars facts. Now before I stray too far, let's head back to the world of Hyrule. Calamity Ganon is obviously an evil entity without any redeemable qualities due to his apparent lack of awareness. I can't wait to decipher this in Breath of the Wild 2 with Ganondorf's psychology, but one could say that the king was most at fault for wholeheartedly believing this prophecy. He didn't treat Zelda the best during her training for one, but once again he did understand his mistakes during his final moments as well. I forced 10 years of training on her, and after all that, it seems her power will stubbornly awaken some other way. Perhaps I should encourage her to keep researching her beloved relics. They may just lead her to answers I can't provide. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to utter these words to his daughter. But we can blissfully imagine that Zelda found his journal following the defeat of Calamity Ganon. Now, Zelda had her own story of coming to the light as well. Just like Anakin and Link, she too was labeled as the princess that'll save Hyrule. She trained tirelessly, even though her father scolded her, and others in the kingdom talked negatively behind her back. The pressure of performing was a main ingredient to her self-proclaimed failure, awfully similar to someone we know. After the initial fall of the kingdom, it was the selfless act of protecting Link that proved to act as the key to awakening her power. Funny enough, Anakin too had a selfless act of his own, which reawakened his pure and younger self. Zelda's authentic desire was showcased in that moment. No forced training, no dilemma plaguing her mind, no second guessing. All that she wanted in that moment was to save the one she loved. It ironically caused him to get smacked, but in the long game, it successfully saved her dying kingdom, and her own life for that matter. Between these two stories, there's a common sense of tragic finality that must be fully embraced before any real hope can shine forth. Accepting these crucial circumstances will inevitably open the way for a new path to emerge. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry I've been AFK for way too long. It's been decades in this desolate planet. No, I'm cool. I really want to continue being creative as I find my way through life following my recent college graduation. But until the next video or stream, which I also want to get back to, as always, stay hyped! Water your moo-moos. Peace!